Hello and welcome. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're going to talk about Bitcoin and Venezuela. Venezuela Oil Company, Petroleos de Venezuela, wants to buy and sell with Bitcoin. Now, a lot of people out there have been waiting for the day until they could go down to Starbucks or go to their grocery store and buy and sell Bitcoin. But we're not talking about a retail item here. We're talking about an oil company that sells oil to large manufacturers, to large organizations. I mean, we're talking about million-dollar transactions being done with Bitcoin. Pretty phenomenal, if you ask me. So, we're Illuminate Crypto, and we want you to know that you can do this. You can make money with cryptocurrency. And we want you to succeed. I know you want to change the world. You have a mission that is out in front of you, and cryptocurrency can help you accomplish your mission. We can help you do that. So, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion. I am not smarter than you. You are smarter than you realize. Do not trust what I say. Do your own research. So, this article, Venezuela's central bank is considering holding Bitcoin and Ether. And it's interesting. The reason why they say that is Venezuela's central bank is exploring the possibilities of holding Bitcoin and Ether in its coffers, according to anonymous sources who reportedly have direct insights into the matter. And the reason why the central bank is looking into this is because of this oil company. The state-run oil and gas company Petroleos de Venezuela SA, or the ticker symbol PSDV, had requested the central bank look into the matter after the oil producer ran into difficulties receiving payments from international clients due to U.S. sanctions against the Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro's current regime. The unnamed source said that the PSDV is looking to transfer Bitcoin and Ether to the Venezuelan central bank and then have the central institution pay its suppliers in cryptocurrencies. In the hope of overcoming its isolation from global financial system, the Venezuelan central bank is reportedly studying proposals that would see cryptocurrencies counted toward the country's international reserves, which currently sit at a 30-year low of $7.9 billion. So that $7.9 billion figure is kind of interesting because as a country with a reserve of $7.9 billion, that's not very much. That's a small amount. In fact, Bitcoin on a daily basis is trading hands to the tune of somewhere around $14 to $16 billion every 24 hours, every single day. One person buys Bitcoin, another person is selling that Bitcoin, and the total transactions add up to somewhere around $15 billion per day, and yet Venezuela only has $7.9 billion in reserves. So while I'm not going to get into the politics of the whole thing, I think it's very interesting that we see a large manufacturer in oil and gas who wants to sell and buy their oil and gas, and they want to sell their oil and gas and buy services from their suppliers using Bitcoin. I mean, that means that they're looking at making very, very large transactions using Bitcoin to the tune of possibly several $1 million. And so I think that's very, very bullish for the cryptocurrency market. And one of the things that people are always talking about is looking for hair on fire situations that increase adoption. Well, when you're in a country that has been isolated from the rest of the world because of U.S. sanctions, you have a hair on fire problem, and that is how your business is going to transact with other businesses outside of the country. And so very, very interesting that this may be, it actually looks like it's already being used. Why else would the oil and gas company turn to the central bank and say, hey, we would like to deposit these funds? Here's another article on the same subject. This one is from Bloomberg. Venezuela has Bitcoin stash. Now, this article specifically says that Venezuela, or the the oil and gas company has a stash of Bitcoin and they don't know what to do with it. So here's Nicolas Maduro speaks in Caracas. Anyway, the efforts come at the behest of state-run Petroleos de Venezuela SA, which is seeking to send Bitcoin and Ethereum to the central bank and have the monetary authority pay the oil company's suppliers with the tokens, according to the people who asked not to be identified discussing internal deliberations. Staffers are also studying proposals that would allow cryptocurrencies to be counted toward international reserves, now near a 3-decade low at $7.9 billion. Pretty significant. As always, how can I be of service to you? Down below is a link to a form that you can use to anonymously and privately give us information, ask us questions, share things with us, or politely disagree with us. And if you want us to reply back to you, the form includes a place where you can give us your email address and put in your name, and we'd be happy to reply as soon as possible. As always, you can always leave comments below, and in the meantime, like, subscribe, and hodl.